One day, on a fateful morning, a random massive spaceship appeared. All countries of the world are going nuts, are going haywire, accusing each other of saying who put this spaceship in the air. No one knows. No one understands what happened. All over the news, a massive spaceship in the shape of an 8, which is symbolizing Hyperion, has appeared by Earth's moon. Also, be using this is a screenshot from that Borderlands game, but basically, near the Earth's moon, a massive spaceship in the shape of an 8 is dominating the news headlines. All of the governments in the United Nations go to a emergency meeting over this. They discuss, are any countries behind it? Is this an alien invasion? Or have aliens finally contacted Earth? But whatever it is, this spaceship. However, conspiracy theorists put together that the spaceship actually entered the solar system months ago, and that NASA and many government was trying to hide it so they don't install panic into people's eye and to people as well. And basically, a lot of conspiracy theorists were proven right about the mysterious 8-shaped object edging ever closer to Earth. However, many of the social media tries to censor it because it's classified government documents, and basically they do not want people to know about this 8-shaped object heading towards Earth. This object that is basically classified as an alien spacecraft heading towards Earth as well. Basically, let's just say in this alternate timeline, there is a vault located on Earth. And basically, Handsome Jack has come to Earth to invade it. To invade Earth to open the vault as well. All news broadcasts, YouTube, phones, anything is hacked by an unknown source, meaning that the technology of this spaceship is actually quite strong. The fact that everything has been hacked. Saw a message from Handsome Jack, vowing to liberate Earth from bandits, and shows multitude videos of crime happening on Earth, riots, protests, that he'll make Earth into a perfect, civilized world, where littering is punishable by death. Yes. Of course, Handsome Jack would say that. He wants to basically turn Earth into the model city, opportunity. Again, the media is dumbstruck that this is a person, a human. Accusations continue to go further and further into conspiracy theories that this is, maybe it's, a different species of human attacking Earth, or basically this is, some other type of human that escaped from Earth that decades ago is now coming back to Earth for some reason. But either way, all of the governments are shocked by the threats sent by Handsome Jack. The threats Handsome Jack sent towards Earth. But no one would be ready for the total war Handsome Jack would weave on the Earth. 3 days following the announcement from Handsome Jack that he would invade Earth to search for the Vault Key. Again, unlike in Borderlands, there are no Vault Hunters, just normal people. Again, Vault Hunters are practically superhumans. Okay? Meanwhile, normal people are normal people. The world's military around the world are unsure of the due of the threat. But cities around the world, from Tokyo to London to New York, are attacked and basically bombed by Hyperion ships, rotors, and Hyperion soldiers as well. These soldiers and robots and constructors and all of the things Handsome Jack sent towards the armies. The armies of the earth have no time to react to this, as cities are being decimated by roaders, by Hyperion soldiers, by surveyor drones, and constructors building even more roaders as well. Many civilians are hurt and injured and killed. Handsome Jack is invading Earth, thus starting the Hyperion Humanity War. Hyperion invades Earth to work for the Volkii. Tons of cities have been basically reduced in just moments of hours. The militaries have finally caught up and have been struggling, as our militaries are way far behind the technology that Hyperion has achieved. The robots Hyperion has created are very hard to destroy. Also, all of the variations, including ones that explode, taking out entire tanks, taking out entire battalions of troops, ones that can sock people, ones that giant rotors that shoot gigantic missiles at them, badass rotors which are basically indestructible. They're very hard to destroy. You also have constructors creating endless supply of deadly robots. You also have Hyperion soldiers, which literally have shields. This is not looking good for humanity, as many cities have been decimated of the work for the Volkii. Handsome Jack sees humans as basically bandits on Earth, okay? That the bandit resistance will be destroyed, will be crossed, okay? The difference with the guns of Earth and the guns of Borderlands, the guns on Borderlands are much more powerful than the guns of Earth. They're able to rip through metal and stuff as well. There are some guns that do that as well, and some weapons that do that as well. But the war continues on as Handsome Jack basically starts sending tons of troops throughout America, Europe, Asia, and now even South America, as Rio de Janeiro is now attacked by Handsome Jack's troops, sending more roaders, which seem to be the main front line, the main troops that Handsome Jack is sending towards Earth as well, with a few constructors and a few soldiers. Meanwhile, most of the troops being sent are roaders, they're robots. Okay, the reason why is because roaders, the robots are easy to create. Unlike people who have to reproduce, have lives as well. But basically, humanity is struggling against the roaders. They're struggling to kill the roaders. They are destroying a few of them. They're destroying a few of them, especially the weaker roaders, like, the standard roaders that are being destroyed. But a lot of the other variations of roaders are, the humanity is struggling against. So, for example, the Power Bull roaders and the Ion roaders and all those other types they're struggling against. They're struggling against all the ones. And also they're struggling against the repair surveyors, who are also repairing a lot of these roaders and restoring them back to full health as well. Basically, most countries allow civilians now at this point, because of Handsome Jack's invasion, to purchase all types of weapons needed to destroy these robots as well. Handsome Jack, however, locates the vault, which is somewhere in America. So all of Handsome Jack's forces now focus on America. And they're now going to have to fight the full strength of the U.S. military alongside NATO members as well here. And basically, aircraft intercepts many, tanks appear, many attacking many of the roaders and destroying them relatively quickly. However, it is not enough, as constructors and other types of units as well. And then Handsome Jack also had that Space Raider that focused on where the vault is, and basically raising the vault, which, let's say it's in Colorado, basically to open the vault, drilling into the earth to get to the vault as well. Also sending tons of troops towards Denver and surrounding areas to take control of it. At this current moment, Handsome Jack occupies a lot of the world. Despite humanity's best efforts, Handsome Jack is winning against humanity at this moment. The only weapons humanity hasn't used against Handsome Jack were nuclear weapons. And that's what humanity planned to do. They planned to use nuclear weapons, send them to space, and destroy Helios, the moon base, which appears by the moon as well. So over a couple of days of war against Handsome Jack and all of his robots as well, this becomes a daily struggle for the militaries of the world. Military are now reaching towards conscription level, where they have to conscript millions of people, drafting millions of people who may not be fit for military service to fight against Handsome Jack. Handsome Jack is causing tons of casualties by blowing up lots of areas in major cities using the, EXP rotors or the explosion rotors, and also saying all the various types of rotors and soldiers and the various types of Hyperion soldiers as well towards the planet as well. Humanity has gotten a better grasp of how to destroy rotors, but it's not a very big, achievement because there's millions of them. There's millions of them around the world, basically wrecking all of human settlements around the world as well, attacking all 7 continents. Yes, even Antarctica, even the 5 people on Antarctica are not safe as well. This Handsome Jack leaves miles of devastation in New York State, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and now even Maryland and Delaware, and also parts of Massachusetts, and even parts of Ontario, Canada, and even toward Detroit. This is to basically destabilize the U.S. government so the government doesn't fight back. And basically they're marching towards D.C., the capital. The Battle of D.C. is one of the worst fought battles. However, the U.S. government goes hiding and the USA collapses. Now it's mostly up to civilians who will take up the charge to fight up against Handsome Jack and the Canadian government as well. The Canadian government, however, gets access to nukes and basically nukes Denver, Colorado to destroy tons of rotors and also nukes the remaining area of New York where no one lives because Handsome Jack basically destroyed it of all of his rotors, destroying all rotors in the areas because, again, corrosive damage is the rotor's weakness, and nuclear weapons destroy rotors very quickly. The Canadian government reveals its revelation to the world that Handsome Jack can be defeated with corrosive items. Yes, which means learn how to infuse. However, they don't understand how the technology works. They need to find guns and weapons that can corrode through armor and steel, like using radiation or something, basically destroying the robots through radiation. However, there's a various amounts of metals that can basically go through the metals of the rotors, which are being put to use by the various governments of the world to fight back against Handsome Jack as well. However, Handsome Jack still has advantage even then because, unlike with Borderlands, rotors do not drop ammo like in Borderlands. The real life is not a video game, sorry. And it's very hard and expensive to produce these weapons, so the success is limited in a few areas like Japan, Korea, China, and parts of Europe and Singapore as well. Those are the areas of varying success, and also in Mexico as well, which now there's a massive battle between Handsome Jack's robots as well. I would like to say that humanity could have a chance against Handsome Jack, but the problem is humanity has very limited space travel, and I don't think Handsome Jack would allow them to destroy heroes. However, Handsome Jack makes the fatal mistake against Borderlands 2 and comes down to Earth to get to the vault, to control the vault creature as well. Let's say it's just a giant monster that is locked in the vault on Earth, and basically Handsome Jack wants to release it. However, the monster, which is dubbed the Vault Monster, basically it's a gigantic creature like the Warrior. Basically, Handsome Jack unleashes another problem into the world as well, releasing this Vault Monster onto the world, which was sealed by older civilization millennia ago. Heck, millions of years ago. This was the creature that could have caused one of the great mass extinctions, and now humanity has to destroy it. And of course, this creature is basically resistant to like all types of boards and stuff, so nuclear weapons are used on it and it's destroyed. And Handsome Jack will reach the Vault Monster. But what if Handsome Jack failed to reach the Vault Monster and they are able to secure it as well? The problem is, Handsome Jack will be very persistent saying voters and stuff towards the very end as well. But would humanity be able to defeat the Vault Monster? Very unlikely, no. They wouldn't. Humanity doesn't have all the weapons and stuff Borderlands does. All of the fancy grenades and weapons that deal massive damage to these creatures as well. Again, Borderlands is not a realistic game. Okay, for example, the Borderlands character can really punch over, really get money from like, really going for a pile of leaves. So it's not a realistic game. Handsome Jack would likely win at the end, and Handsome Jack would probably go to the safety of Helios before the monster kills him, leaving humanity to fend for themselves. Handsome Jack releases the default creature to try to control it, to try to contain it. And now Earth has a new ruler. All of the nations of the world will now have to bow to Handsome Jack and the new monster if Handsome Jack manages to control it as well. So that's what if Handsome Jack invaded Earth, and the casualties are in the millions. Heck, even 1 billion people might have died. No, in the hundreds of millions. Hundreds of millions or more, or billions or more have been injured or displaced as well. The world will never heal from the damage Handsome Jack has done. The damage one man has done to the world. And that's about this video here. Goodbye.